And welcome back to K24 this morning. Of course, this being a Tuesday, we're talking about money and finance. We are focusing on the guide to owning property in Kenya. Joining me is George from Optiven and another George from Mizizi Homes. And as we get back to our conversation, let's take a look at our question of the day. Which are the profitable projects for investing in property? Which are the profitable projects for investing in property? Right there on your screen is how you can get to us. Speaking of which, there's already one conversation ongoing on WhatsApp, and this is what you're saying. Good morning. The conversation about land is good. The problem is that there is a notion that land will always appreciate, which is not the case, as people's land and houses are being auctioned every day, as evident on the newspapers. Okay. Valid point there. Hi, I'm Nancy from Ongatarongai, Kajiado. Have bought land in Kajiado and I do not know what to do with it. Would like advice on how it can give me an income because I am not thinking of selling. Okay, Nancy, thank you very much for that. All right, here we have another one. Morning to you, Movie, and the guests. I'm Big John rather from Feather. Just a quick one. Number one, how do I determine the value of an investment property? Number two, how do I find a profitable investment property considering demography and nature? And number three, can I begin investing in real estate with no money now that COVID affected income for me? All right. Hi, I'm Alice Mudeu. Have a question. What if I want a piece of land like acres? Naeza lipa pole pole ama ni lazima nipeane zote at once? Okay. Thank you, Alice. We start with Alice. Can she, from Mizizi Homes, is there a lipa pole pole situation?
Sure. Thank you, Alice. For us, Mizizi Africa Homes Limited, we accommodate everybody. And whether you have the full amount or you actually have two modes of payment. You can either pay cash or you can pay installments. We just ask for 1.5 initial deposit, which is basically the cost of the parcel of land. Then the balance you give us as we do the construction. And by the time you are done with the construction, and it's a journey we walk together, you'll be seeing each and every step of the way. You find that that house you had bought from, let's say, around 4 million, has already appreciated to 6 million.
Yes.
So the most important thing is starting. Take the first step. The first step is the most important. Yeah.
Okay. Optiven, do you have an option for lipa pole pole?
Yes, we do, and we have been, running this for quite some time, for quite a while. We've got options where someone can pay cash, can pay installment purchase. You can do 6 months, can do 12 months, can do 18 months, maximum 24 months. And we have seen people respond very well, especially during this time of COVID. Quite a number of people are choosing the installment way, and we are happy with the, with the response. People are coming, to invest, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And we would encourage them to continue doing the same.
All right.
Yes, please.
We have a caller from Kisii. Mike, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Mimi niko salama sana. What is your question or comment?
Okay, I don't actually have a question, but I'll like to talk on the topic a little because I've been both a victim and a beneficiary of the same. Okay,
Mike, come again. You have been what?
I've been both a victim and a beneficiary. For instance, my first encounter with these property dealers was in 2014, actually before I graduated. I got into this scheme that I was buying land at Kamulu.
Yes.
And I was paying 25,000 a month.
Okay.
I paid for about 1.5 years.
Yes.
And then I had an issue with my income, and then I failed to pay for a month, and that is how I lost my property.
Wow, pole sana.
And then after that, I picked up myself, and then I successfully purchased the property from one of the companies that is a 3-bedroom house at 3.5 million.
Yes.
And something again happened. I had a divorce with my wife, and then eventually the company colluded with her and changed my property to her name.
Wait,
so
okay.
These companies, they need to come up front and be honest in their dealings. I've seen, they're marketing a lot of these properties. But what they're not telling people is that property is not like the only way to go.
Yes.
Owning land is not the only thing to do.
Okay.
People have land lying idle here and there.
Yes.
I saw someone say that she has land there that she doesn't know what to do with it. Well, you selling land, you ain't telling people what to do with this land.
Okay.
They have the money, or rather, people are interested in taking loans and buying land. But you're not advising them. After selling them the land, you're not there to tell them you can do this here, you can do that. You know.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. Mike, unfortunately, was a victim of a situation. He has mentioned his wife there. I don't know if they're still together with the wife, but is it possible for me to come, for example, at Mizizi, buy land, and then before I know it, the title deed is in my wife's name?
Like for our case, that's it's impossible because once you come, we have a contract.
Yeah.
The contract is between you and me. There's no way you can transfer. Actually, that's illegal, and I think that's where the government now needs to come in and have level the ground because the opportunities are immense. But now there are some dubious people who are making a good business look bad or be bad.
Right.
So I think that would have been a case that it's a serious case which should be handled and might be given back his land or his money. Yeah. So that's actually, I think that's why we have court in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's an unfortunate one. But for us, Mizizi Africa Homes Limited, we have seen and we encourage people to do due diligence and talk with people. Whatever you are buying, be it a car, be it a plot. Somebody who is selling to you, it's always good to get a testimony from a previous customer.
Okay.
Because you may get a customer who had such an experience. Before they engage, they may go ahead and buy, but they will make sure they look at the agreement and also maybe engage their lawyer to ensure that there is no such a thing.
Okay.
So due diligence is key, and we're happy that the government, like nowadays, has started introducing the online
where you can check the details.
Yeah, the online
process.
Title process. Yeah.
Okay, just hold on. Let's talk with James from Nairobi. James, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Mi niko salama sana. What is your question or comment?
Yeah, in fact, I have a comment.
Yes.
I was just listening to one of my brother who just gave a comment from Kirinyaga talking about the county investment. And I'm thinking people are getting the wrong information about investment in real estate.
Okay.
I was listening to George when he was advising about investment. This guy from Kirinyaga is talking about investing in the county 15 million.
Yeah.
And you build infrastructure, and you get rentals, and you start earning immediately.
Yes.
And I'm just asking myself, what is the return on investment? If you invest in apartment in a place like, let's say, if he comes from Kirinyaga, if a place like Kutus, what is the return on investment? Is it the same amount you'll be getting per month if you invested in Nairobi? You know, these are some of the things people need to understand.
Right.
Then there's another friend who has commented on WhatsApp talking about land never appreciating. Myself, I'm an investor in land. And I can give a simple example where I bought a piece of land and I sold it at a lower value than. But they also need to understand land is not mali. Land is not kama chapati. Where you buy today, tomorrow you want to sell.
Yes.
It requires a lot of patience.
Okay.
I think the team that is on TV right now need to advise people that investing in real estate is not a get-rich-quick for deal.
Okay.
It requires a lot of patience.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, James, for that. As we respond to James and what he has said, perhaps unaweza ambia jamaa acha kukupigia sahi. But George, acha tu nikuulize swali. There's someone, one of the callers who texted and asked, you know, land is depreciating because if you look at magazeti, mashamba zinauzwa kila siku. What would be your response for that?
Yeah, so the mashamba which are being sold, you find somebody had taken a loan to acquire that piece of land, and now the income that they used to have to pay the loan maybe has gone away. And when you go to the bank to take a loan, you must give a collateral. So you find somebody had given that parcel of land as the collateral. Unfortunately, the income that you used to have is no more there. So what does the bank do? The bank goes for the collateral. That is why you find so many people, the auctioneers, but that should not discourage people from owning a home.
From owning,
because actually Corona has taught us one thing, that nothing is permanent. Even jobs are not permanent. And when you have that piece of land, I assume that piece of land, you had actually acquired it using a loan. And now at least you have cleared paying the loan, and you lose the job. Now you have an asset. That title, with that title, because you had paid the loan, you can either sell, or you can actually go to another bank, use it as collateral, and get money, and you can even start a business, a small business.
All right. George, again, another issue that has been brought up. What if you're paying for your piece of land or for your house or for your home or whatever it is that you're paying for, then you get to the middle and you're unable to continue payments? What happens? Do I lose my shamba or do I get my money back?
Usually we have got such cases. They normally arise time and again. And, you know, at Optiven, we are listening. So normally we engage the client and we see what's happening. We have got cases whereby we have, you know, put on hold payment until the situation subsides. So if someone is paying installments and maybe they're having challenges there, well, we are able to listen. And no one who can lose money just because, you know, there was a problem. At times we have actually refunded money. And we do refund money. You know,
in what instances, for instance?
Like, for example, during this COVID, we have had some scenarios whereby people lost their jobs. And, you know, we had a discussion and we could hold for 3, 4, 5 months. And, you know, at times some people, because the situation is continuing, we've had some people, they make a decision. And when they make a decision, they probably do an email. And, you know, to say, this is the situation and I'm unable to continue. So in such cases, we are able to refund. And we have been doing that for such cases, even though these are remote cases. Yes.
Very rare instances. There's a lady in Kajiado, I think it was Nancy, who said she has bought a piece of land na sasa hajui. Shamba iko hapo tu. Kajiado kuna opportunities gani?
There are so many opportunities anywhere you are, as long as you have a piece of land is an investment. If you have that title, even if you are not willing to sell, you can do small houses which you can be getting rent. If it's just a small one. If it's a big chunk, you can do farming. And all you need to do is maybe drill a borehole or maybe engage with the locals there. If there is no adequate water, you can do as a community. As a community, you can have a borehole around, then you can start irrigation. With a piece of land, anywhere, wherever you are, it can never be a loss. So for Alice, there's so much you can do with it. You can plant and be selling your food crops. You can have ng'ombe, kama ni kubwa. You can also have mbuzi, which you can sell for meat. So the best thing I can advise her is to ensure that the piece of land does not stay idle. Make use of it, and it will generate something at the end of the day.
Let's take a look at what's up as we asked you the best way to invest in your property. And this is, of course, what you have to say. Morning K24, good conversation there. Just asking if Optiven have investments at the coast. If yes, where exactly? Okay, thank you for that. Let's see, as long as you can access the land, it doesn't matter the location, just buy it, you will never regret. Access of land. Access of land. First of all, do you have investments in Mombasa?
At the moment, we are, you know, we don't have anything there, but we are spreading our wings. We are shopping. And very soon I can assure the listener or the viewer that very soon we will be getting properties in Mombasa.
In terms of accessibility of that, land, sometimes you might find that you have an island, and to get to it, you have to get a boat to get, to get to your island.
Yes.
Do we have a problem of accessibility in Kenya, and especially even in remote areas, like really remote areas where there are literally no roads, or there are mountains between you and your piece of land? Do we have a problem of accessibility?
Yeah, we do. We do, especially in remote areas or some properties that are a little bit on the inside. We have that problem of accessibility. And that is why, like the way we do at Top Event, before one commits to purchase a property, we normally advise such ones to, to pay a site visit to see where the property is.
Okay.
Usually what we do, because our properties are close to development, we normally do the roads ourselves. These are some of the value additions we do at Optiven to ensure that the property is accessible and that we have got the necessary social amenities there. Yeah, so yes, as you say, it's a problem, but the beauty with us is that we normally look at land at places whereby it's accessible. And if there is a problem with accessibility, we normally do the roads. Like I remember, because of the rains, that were heavy rains some time ago, we have a property called Rafiki Gardens. The road was damaged by the rains. And we did the road. We did the road. It's a long and good road. The road is very beautiful there. And even the community, around the place is happy, because of what we did. So it's imperative. It's very important for someone, before they purchase their property, to pay a site visit, to go and see the land. The situation on the ground, accessibility and so forth, that is very key, and we normally advise people to do that.
George, for you, if I were to find a piece of land that probably you are selling, and it's in the middle of nowhere, it's a wilderness, iko katikati ya Chalbi Desert, would you advise me to build on it, or would you tell me, no, ayi kwanza, give it a few years, then let's see what happens to it?
Yeah, thank you for the question. When you have a parcel of land, or you have a piece of land, the best thing before you jump into maybe putting money, the best thing is to do a due diligence, or you plan yourself. And the best thing, the easiest way is to talk to people who have done it in the past.
Yeah.
Talk with somebody who has maybe had a piece of land in the middle of nowhere, what they did with it, and how it turned out. If it was for the better, go ahead. If it was not the best thing, then you don't need to burn your fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the middle of nowhere, there have been stories of foreigners coming to buy land in Kenya, and especially, the Somalis and I think it's the South Sudanese, where they come and they find your piece of land is probably worth, say, 2 million, but they offer you 5 million because wanateka rakaraka, ikuondokee, waichukue, waidevelop, and that is actually driving the prices of property up. Is that true?
Well, we may have such scenarios, yeah, but the beauty thing, especially with Optiven, is that especially when people visit our website and they check our investment guide, we have prices for these properties. And the price is the same, whether it's local or it's a diaspora client. Yeah, some people who may want to think that because someone is in diaspora, these people are said to have a lot of money, they could be given a different price and a local another price. That's not the case. Okay. So we ensure that the prices we have cuts across board. Yeah, and so if a property is going for like 1.5 million and someone is offering to give us 3 million, we can't accept, because that is
unakata pesa.
No, we can't, because it has to be fair business.
Yes.
Yeah, is it commensurate? It has to be commensurate, and that is very key, and we are very keen on that.
Okay.
And that is why some people allude what Optiven is doing, because it's a company based on integrity, and we never go that route.
Okay.
Maybe, as I mentioned, some unscrupulous companies could do that.
Yeah.
But a company that has a name for long, really, we can't do that.
So what are some of the factors that drive prices up? Because, for example, you said come and invest 4M, and in 2 years or something, that particular situation is now worth 6 million. Yeah. What are some of the things that advise the increment in value?
Yeah, so what makes something have value, like for us, Mrs. Africa Homes Limited, you are coming to buy land, which is a bare land, and you are seeing the construction coming up. You are waiting, and you are seeing now the house has become a house. You have seen the value appreciate. There is a caller who said real estate is not a place whereby money you get easy money. You came here, you took a big risk, you invested in something that you are not seeing. You have walked through the journey, you have seen the construction ongoing, and now the house is ready, you are selling at 6 million. That is an investment which you have seen grow. It's not something that, it's not like the question you have asked, somebody, a foreigner coming from diaspora with a bag of money, which is money laundering. And it is something that is being taken very seriously, not only here by the government of Kenya, CBK. You go to the bank, they will do a KYC if you have so much money. Yes. And also they discourage cash, carrying of cash. That is something that the CBK and the banks, not only in Kenya, we have customers who have such a hard time to transfer money to us because they are being asked so many questions. Where did you get the money? What is the money going to do? But for the few cases of money launderers, people coming with briefcase, which mostly is corrupt money, you'll find maybe from those they have stolen from maybe the government. For us, we have not interacted with such money, and we have not seen it. And I think it's a very rare case. Okay. Yeah.
All right. You'd like to add on something?
Yeah, on the same. Some of the things that contribute property to appreciate are the value additions. Yeah, properties with value additions, like what we do, you know, at Optiven, ensure that like projects like Victory Gardens or Lamani Ridge, and because lately we are going green. You find that a property has street solar lighting, as water connectivity on each single plot. Nice. We have planted trees. We have designated areas for children playgrounds. Okay. You know, taxi bay, you know, things like those. They make a property appreciate. And when the valuer comes, you know, to value the land, and they find that all these utilities, social amenities, utilities are available, then the price goes up. Okay. And again, also, when we have properties that are closer to development, because the area also affects the land. If the area is fully developed, we have got schools coming up there, hospitals, banks, all these you know, things that make a property appreciate very fast, as opposed to properties that are you know, a little bit on the inside, and there are no amenities or value additions attached to these properties.
All right, let's take a look at the last WhatsApp messages as we close our discussion for today. The director tuko now? I am very interested in owning property, especially with Optiven, and username, I am a small-scale farmer. I am a woman without a steady income. How can we, young women without a steady income, invest? Okay, how can these women do that? Do we have another one? Oh, yeah. One thing I know is that no bank will give you a loan only on the basis of title. The question they ask is, how are you going to repay the loan, especially in the short term? You must have a stream of income. Okay. And there we go. Okay, I am Alice Mudeo again. What if I want to start paying the money? Whom will I give the money? And do you have offices? And if there are some, where are they? Okay, Mudeo, we'll let you know where you can find these two gentlemen. So kuna jamaa hapa ameuliza maneno ya na kufanya kazi na Optiven. Probably you would like to respond to that?
Okay. Yes, if it's out there, he wants to, you know, invest with Optiven, we are very listening. They can give us a call, and we'll be able to gauge, you know, and find which property suits their budget. And again, we have had scenarios whereby people can pool their resources together. You know, we have had such. Because even the title deed can have two names. Yeah. Yeah. So if someone maybe they're not having enough money, they could. We have joint ownership. Okay. They could buy as a joint ownership.
You and them, or them?
Them. Okay. You know, someone partnering with another. Okay. If at all they may not have, you know, enough finances. Okay. And again, the installment model, which is long enough, that way we are able to cushion. Yeah. Their pockets. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. Mr. George, any last remarks as we move towards the end of the conversation, and especially for those ones who are saying that they like to you know, pay money, I don't know to who, I don't know what, I don't think I understood that question, but I think alikuwa nataka kujua kama ni kupeana pesa investment, does she bring the money to you guys, you invest the piece of land for her, or what happens?
Yeah. So my last comments, I would like to encourage customers to visit us in our offices, which are in Westlands, opposite Sarit Center. You'll see Mrs. Africa Homes Limited, much welcome. And the first thing you do, you'll find very friendly people who will be willing to, first of all, take you to the site, who will take you to see some of the people who have experienced what we are doing, and you will get a conversation. And we are welcoming people all over, even people from the diaspora. We are at info. You send us an email at info at mzsafricahomesLimited.com. You can give us a call. We have our numbers, which are 0742 112215. That is 0742 112215. Or you can actually find us online, Mrs. Africa Homes Limited. You'll find us on Facebook, all over the social media, we are there. And we welcome people to come and get to hear the testimony of other people. We thank our customers who are our biggest ambassadors, and we welcome other people to come and learn the journey. And this being a period of Christmas, we are having wonderful offers.
Nice.
And we are welcoming people to come and enjoy the offer. And this Saturday, we'll have an open day at Kenyatta Road. Kenyatta Road is exit 14. Come, we show you some of our special offers that we have for you, so that the money that you have, instead of going and spending the full amount, you can start the journey of having a bright future with us.
Okay.
And I can assure you, you'll never regret.
All right. Your number, so that they can call you once. Alice is looking for a way to reach you guys.
Yes, for anybody who's wanting to reach us, our number is 0713 588 899 or 713 588899. And I would encourage, you know, viewers to think investing in real estate.
Okay.
Because there is high capital growth in real estate.
All right, there you had it, high capital growth in real estate. And of course, if that contact information might have missed you, let us know. I will definitely put you in touch with them. Otherwise, for now, we say kwaheri, but do not go too far. Shiku Kaitani is coming through with the Daily Brief, and of course, much later on, Alan will be joining her as well. Otherwise, until tomorrow morning, bright and early, it is kwaheri for now.